Car insurance in America is one of those things every driver knows they need, but not everyone fully understands. It feels like a routine purchase, something you set up when you buy a car and hope you never actually have to use. But once you start digging deeper, you realize this system is massive, complex, layered with benefits and drawbacks, shaped by millions of drivers, dozens of state laws, and huge companies that spend billions building the structure that protects people on the road every single day. Imagine looking at the American car insurance system the same way you'd review a car, checking the exterior, digging into the interior, examining the performance, and breaking down the price. To really understand what car insurance in America feels like, think of it as a massive machine, one that has moving parts, strengths, weaknesses, and its own personality depending on which company you choose and which state you're driving in. Starting from the outside, the first thing you notice about car insurance in America is that it looks required because it is. Every state except New Hampshire requires some level of auto insurance to legally drive. That immediately creates an image of a system wrapped in rules. Drivers see the exterior of the insurance world and assume it's just a protective shell, an official requirement that sits on top of the car like a legal layer of armor. But the exterior also reflects something deeper, the promise that when something goes wrong on the road, you're not financially destroyed. The exterior is about the shield, the protection, the reassurance that if someone hits you, if a storm knocks a tree onto your car, if a deer jumps out at the wrong time, or if you simply misjudge a turn, you're covered. The exterior is the American insurance promise, prevention of financial collapse. And this protective layer is obvious and visible, just like the sturdy appearance of a vehicle built for handling unpredictable roads. But that's just the exterior. Once you open the door and step inside, the interior of car insurance in America becomes far more complicated, much more detailed, and way more layered than people expect. The inside of this system is filled with different types of coverage, different policy structures, different legal interpretations, and different expectations in every state. The interior is built around components like liability coverage, which protects you from the financial fallout of hurting someone else or damaging their property. Then there's collision coverage, the equivalent of the cushions, airbags, and structural reinforcements inside a car, something that protects your own vehicle when you're the one at fault. Comprehensive coverage acts like advanced tech features. It steps in when life throws something at you that doesn't involve another car, like fire, theft, animals, vandalism, or natural disasters. Personal injury protection and medical payments coverage operate like the safety belts for your actual body. They're there to support your medical needs regardless of who caused the accident. And uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage is basically a backup emergency system designed to protect you when the other driver doesn't have enough insurance to cover what happened. When you sit inside the interior of American car insurance, you realize it's a lot like stepping into a vehicle filled with buttons, features, hidden compartments, safety options, and custom settings. Some people want a fully loaded policy with every add-on. Others want the simplest, cheapest plan to legally get by. The interior of this system is customizable, adjustable, and built to serve different kinds of drivers. Young drivers, senior drivers, high-risk drivers, luxury car owners, daily commuters, road trippers, and people who basically live in their cars because their daily commute stretches across cities or states. The price of car insurance in America is its own story, one that changes depending on where you are, how old you are, what you drive, what your record looks like, and which company you choose. Prices in America vary wildly because each state has its own laws, risk levels, accident histories, population density, weather events, fraud rates, and legal standards. A driver in Montana might pay a completely different rate compared to someone in New York City, even with the exact same car and the exact same personal information, simply because of local law and local risk. The average American pays between $1,200 and $2,000 a year for full coverage, depending on the state and the insurer. But that number can climb for teenagers, luxury car owners, or people with multiple claims. The price structure also includes discount programs that feel like loyalty rewards or special customer perks, such as safe driver discounts, bundling discounts, good student discounts, military discounts, low mileage discounts, and telematics-based discounts where the insurer monitors your driving behavior in real time. Performance is a word most people don't associate with car insurance. But when you examine the system like a machine, performance becomes one of the most important aspects. Performance in car insurance isn't about horsepower, speed, or engine torque. Instead, it's about how well an insurer responds when you need them. Does the company help fast, or do they leave you stuck waiting for someone to answer the phone? Do they approve claims quickly, or do they drag the process out for weeks? Do they cover what they promise, or do they make it difficult to access your benefits? American car insurance performance is measured by response time, claim satisfaction, repair network quality, customer service availability, and how fairly the insurer treats drivers when an accident happens. Performance also includes how well the insurer's systems hold up in major events like hurricanes, tornadoes, wildfires, and massive storm-related claim spikes. Some companies have strong performance with lightning-fast digital tools and excellent mobile apps. Others still rely on slower systems where paperwork and delays become the norm. But understanding the car insurance system in America also means recognizing its benefits. The biggest benefit is protection from financial damage. A major accident can easily cost tens of thousands of dollars in repairs, medical bills, legal fees, and property damage. Insurance shields drivers from being financially ruined. Another benefit is peace of mind. When you're driving on American roads, ranging from quiet suburban streets to highways with 8 lanes of cars moving at 80 miles per hour, knowing you're covered creates a sense of comfort. Benefit also shows up in the form of roadside assistance, rental car coverage, new car replacement programs, gap coverage for leased vehicles, and other add-ons that turn a basic policy into a fully supportive safety net. Customers also benefit from competition because there are dozens of car insurance companies in America. Competition drives innovation, better mobile apps, lower prices, improved customer service, and more flexible policy options. But with benefits come losses, downsides, pain points, frustrations. Car insurance in America can feel like a system built to take money every month without giving anything back unless you're unlucky enough to get into an accident. Many drivers complain about rising prices, hidden fees, premium increases after claims, long wait times, confusing policy language, and unexpected exclusions. Some people report that their rates go up even when they're not at fault, simply because their zip code changed, a storm increased risk in the region, or the insurance company adjusted prices across the board. Insurance can feel unfair because your premiums depend on factors outside your control: where you live, how other people drive in your area, and even the weather patterns in your state. Another major loss is the frustration that comes when a claim is denied or delayed. Insurance advertising makes everything look simple, but real-world situations can feel messy, slow, and harder than expected. Some drivers also feel uncomfortable with telematics programs because they don't want insurers watching how fast they accelerate, how sharply they brake, or how late they drive at night. To understand the American car insurance system even deeper, imagine driving through different states and watching how the rules change as you cross state lines. One state might require high liability coverage. Another might require additional medical coverage. Another might offer no-fault insurance, where your insurer covers injuries regardless of who caused the accident. No-fault states operate differently because they focus on reducing lawsuits. Other states follow the traditional fault-based system, where insurance companies argue over responsibility and financial liability.
These variations create a roadmap of different insurance experiences across America. A driver in Florida deals with different risks than a driver in Minnesota. A driver in Nevada deals with desert heat, dry roads, and high-speed highway systems. A driver in Pennsylvania deals with snow, ice, and unpredictable winter storms. Insurance responds to the climate, population, traffic density, and accident rates in each region. The exterior of this insurance system becomes more meaningful when you see the big picture. The shell of protection surrounding drivers isn't just a legal requirement. It's a nationwide safety structure designed to handle millions of accidents every year. Each claim represents a story: a late-night collision, a distracted driver, a slippery road, a sudden thunderstorm, a mechanical failure, or a moment of misjudgment. Insurance doesn't prevent accidents, but it softens the financial impact.